Set in Miami, the story begins with a raid on an apartment suspected to be the hideout of a criminal named Sombra. But it turns out the place is empty, just a mere diversion. This is Isaac, also known as Sombra, a former special agent who suffers from hearing loss due to an explosion during a mission. He now lives in his new home with his son Kai, who has never met his mother since she left him when he was just a baby.
So we know about the bad guys.
A little background. Isaac is a former CIA special agent from the Shadow Force unit who defected after his romantic relationship with a fellow agent was exposed. Romantic relationships between agents were strictly forbidden, so Isaac and his wife, Kira, are now fugitives for being deemed to know too many of the organization's secrets. For years, Isaac has been the top fugitive hunted by many secret agents. He constantly moves from place to maintain his cover, not because he's incapable of fighting back, but because he doesn't want his son Kai to be in danger. For Isaac, Kai is the top priority. The next morning, with their food supplies running low, Isaac decides to go shopping. In this moment, we see just how close and warm their relationship is. Unlike most father-son dynamics, Isaac treats Kai as a friend, so that Kai feels comfortable and free when he's with him. Before continuing, Isaac makes a quick stop at the bank to withdraw the remainder of his savings. However, the situation takes a turn when 3 masked robbers enter and threaten everyone, including Kai, who is standing a bit farther away. Acting swiftly, Isaac tells Kai to cover his ears.
Open your eyes, mon gars.
Although his actions aren't shown, we can tell how skilled Isaac is by seeing the 3 robbers lying unconscious. Realizing that this incident could attract the attention of the CIA, Isaac quickly leaves their home and moves to another hideout, convincing Kai by saying they're going on a vacation to a beautiful place.
Where?
To a special house that Daddy has. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Sure enough, Isaac's actions eventually reach the ears of the CIA chief, Jack. At first, Jack doesn't believe it, thinking it's impossible for Isaac to appear in public. But after seeing CCTV footage clearly showing his face, Jack is left speechless, and his anger intensifies even more.
She got pregnant.
The aide reports that they managed to trace Isaac's house, but it was already empty. He had left beforehand. Jack immediately contacts all members of Shadow Force, Isaac's former teammates. Shadow Force is the CIA's most dangerous unit, composed of elite operatives assigned to missions that can't be handled officially. They show no mercy to their targets, even if it's Isaac.
It's time to go to work.
Jack is summoned to an official forum with elite force leaders from various countries. They discuss the viral footage of Isaac's heroic actions, which has shaken the intelligence world. The goal, to determine whether Jack was involved in Isaac's recent actions.
Forbidden. Love blossomed.
To maintain his credibility as the CIA's highest-ranking general, Jack publicly states that Isaac and Kira have been fugitives for 8 years after defecting due to an on-site romance. Since they possess many critical secrets, Jack offers a $50 million bounty to anyone who manages to eliminate Isaac and his family. Long story short, after a long journey, Isaac and Kai arrive at an old cabin hidden in the forests of Colombia. This place was once a secret getaway spot for Isaac and Kira, back when they were still active in the unit. After making sure the area is safe, Isaac and Kai have a simple dinner. Kai curiously asks why his father took off his hearing aid when facing the robbers. Isaac simply replies that it was a coincidence, but Kai doesn't stop there. He also asks about his parents' past, which reminds Isaac of a promise he once made to Kira before they were separated. We're taken back to 4 years ago when Kai was just born and Isaac and Kira had just escaped from Jack and his forces. In that critical moment, they made a vow to protect Kai no matter what. Isaac knew that Jack would never stop until he and his family were completely destroyed.
Game on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go get him.
From that moment on, Kira entrusted Kai's safety entirely to Isaac. Meanwhile, Kira chose to hunt down and eliminate Jack's mercenaries one by one, as seen at the beginning of the film. It wasn't an easy decision, but for Kai's safety, she believed he would be safer with his father. Kira also promised to return once all the chaos was over.
I'm sure.
Late at night, Isaac wakes up after hearing a noise coming from the back room. He immediately grabs his pistol, ready in case it's one of Jack's hired mercenaries. While checking the area, Isaac is startled by footprints visible on the floor. It turns out the figure is Kira, who suddenly appears. Instead of an emotional reunion, the two engage in a fierce fight, with Isaac nearly getting killed. The fight only stops when Kai shows up and sees them.
Why'd you find my dad?
It's okay, mon gars.
A touching moment follows as Kai, who had never seen his mother since birth, finally gets to meet her, even in the middle of chaos. Kira is at a loss for words, but for Kai, the only thing that matters is finally meeting his mother, a dream he had long waited for. The next morning, Isaac and Kira begin planning how to escape from Jack's pursuit. Isaac suggests temporarily leaving Kai in the care of his uncle and aunt for the boy's safety. They both agree that bringing Kai along would be far too risky, so that very day they set off for the uncle's house. After years of not being in combat and spending his time solely with Kai, Kira feels the need to test Isaac's shooting skills again. Although his accuracy isn't as sharp as it once was, as a former top agent, Isaac still manages to hit distant targets with decent precision.
Wow.
While Isaac's shots may seem deadly enough to the audience, Kira thinks otherwise. As the top sniper in her unit, she believes Isaac's current skills are still not enough to face the threats coming from Jack.
I'm gonna get Kai. We need to get going. Don't forget to reload.
Voilà. Ça vient vite.
Although it looks ordinary, Kira's car has been fully modified for combat. It's equipped with an F1-style V12 engine, a carbon titanium bulletproof and blast-resistant body, radar, motion sensors, a barricade-smashing bumper, level 10 bulletproof glass, and a trunk packed with tactical weapons for the journey ahead.
I'm driving.
Yes, you are.
During the journey, the car's system detects enemies closing in from both sides of the hill, followed by a flare gun shot that blinds Isaac's vision. Kira quickly hides Kai in a special compartment in the trunk, designed for emergency situations. Moments later, a massive truck resembling Optimus Prime appears, firing at them from behind. Just when they think the danger has passed, they're shocked once again by dozens of soldiers blocking the road ahead. Fortunately, they manage to escape and get out of the car just in time. Once they reach a safe location, Kira begins to observe who Jack has sent to hunt them. She's shocked to discover that the assassins are actually members of Shadow Force, their former teammates. After escaping from Shadow Force, Isaac and Kira take shelter in an abandoned building not far from the previous location, drying their clothes as they rest. Isaac is puzzled. How could the enemy track them when only they and Kai's uncle and aunt knew about that place? Late at night, Jack's men retrieve Isaac's car from the river and search for their bodies. After sweeping the entire area with no results, they conclude that Isaac and his family are still alive and likely still in the city. Jack then prepares a plane to expand the search.
You're sorry? No, because I find the... Cinder, pick up the scent, please. Wheels up in 30.
As the plane takes off, Jack receives a call from Kira, who bluntly offers to surrender, on one condition, that Jack withdraws his forces and allows Isaac and Kai to live in peace. Without Isaac's knowledge, who is still at the abandoned building, Jack accepts the offer and orders Kira to come alone to his private island to settle things between them. While Kira goes alone, we're taken to a market where the uncle and aunt have just finished shopping, preparing to welcome Isaac and his family. But suddenly Isaac appears inside their car, pointing a gun at them. He suspects that they've betrayed him and are working with Jack. His suspicion grows stronger after learning that Kira has vanished without a trace. As the tension rises, suddenly,
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
the tense atmosphere suddenly softens when innocent little Kai asks for his favorite song to be played, then scolds Isaac for speaking rudely to elders. Eventually, the uncle admits that they've been secretly helping Kira ever since she became a fugitive. However, they have no idea about Kira's disappearance, as they haven't been able to reach her since last night. Isaac begins to suspect that Kira deliberately went to meet Jack alone to protect him and Kai. Upon arriving at the house, the uncle and aunt reassure Isaac that it's the safest place for now. The aunt also explains that they just moved in and had only been there for less than an hour. But suddenly, Isaac is caught off guard by the arrival of Shadow Force members, who immediately attack and take them to Jack's headquarters. Kira finally arrives on the island and is warmly welcomed by Jack, who didn't expect to capture her so easily. After sharing a drink, Kira begins to flirt while secretly looking for an opening to strike. Swayed by her charm, Jack sends his two aides away and decides to handle things himself.
I know you so well.
Kira finally arrives on the island and is warmly welcomed by Jack, who didn't expect to capture her so easily. After sharing a drink, Kira begins to flirt while secretly looking for an opening to strike. Swayed by her charm, Jack sends his 2 aides away and decides to handle things himself. 3. When she regains consciousness, Kira finds herself tied to a chair. Moments later, members of Shadow Force drag Isaac into the same room. Meanwhile, Kai is taken to the back of the house for safekeeping. There, Kai is shocked to discover that his uncle has been colluding with Jack and has even betrayed his own wife.
More for me, it's your ass.
While the conversation is still ongoing, Jack's 2 aides suddenly burst in and point their guns at him. They reveal themselves as undercover agents from National Security, assigned to arrest Jack on suspicion of corruption related to the funding of the operation to capture Isaac.
It was another 2-man group that was tracking down Cinder.
You 2 assholes are now undercover and arresting your own boss.
Whoa! Whoa!
The agent adds that hundreds of SWAT teams are on their way to the location. If Jack doesn't surrender by the count of 3, they will be forced to shoot him.
Get on your fucking knees.
A shootout breaks out. Jack flees to the kitchen to grab a shotgun, while the uncle tries to escape by boat, taking Kai as a hostage.
Like one of them? But come on, I'm gonna take it to your parents, my little one.
Fortunately, the aunt arrives just in time and immediately stops the uncle's escape. This time, he's truly out of luck for messing with the wrong woman, especially when she's in full rage mode.
All bets are off!
Acting quickly, the aunt rushes back into the house to help Isaac and the agent still caught in the shootout. Jack manages to shoot the agent, causing him to fall, then escapes the scene. Meanwhile, Kira is still locked in an intense fight with one of the Shadow Force members, pushing them both onto the balcony. There's no avoiding the showdown now. Kira moves to search for Kai, while Isaac heads out to lure the remaining troops to the dock, where he plans to blow them up. He manages to take down a large man but fails to stop his partner, who escapes with Jack. After ensuring Kai is safe, Isaac and Kira entrust him to the aunt. They then pursue Jack, who has just left the island. A fierce shootout breaks out, causing the boat to capsize. Isaac climbs back on and tells Kira to corner Jack. Jack's boat is thrown off and explodes in the bushes. Since his body isn't found, Isaac and Kira split up to search for Jack and his aide. With only 1 bullet left, they must make sure the shot counts. Isaac finds the aide, who immediately opens fire on him. With only 1 bullet left, Isaac chooses to fight hand-to-hand and successfully defeats him. Jack enters a party just to ask for wine. When he's ignored, he fires a shot into the air, causing the guests to panic. The gunshot is heard by Kira, who immediately heads in that direction.
Come on, man, suck it up.
Just as Jack is about to enjoy his wine, he's startled by Kira, who suddenly appears and points a gun at him. Isaac arrives to help, but due to limited visibility, he is forced to shoot Kira in the shoulder, so his bullet can land accurately on Jack's head, and it works perfectly. 6 months after Jack's death, the aunt is appointed as the new head of the CIA and officially shuts down the Shadow Force project. Meanwhile, Isaac and Kira focus on raising Kai like a normal family.